You mean to say that she was somehow involved in the Kamiya disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. By the time I arrived, the worst of the fighting was already over. And also, my mind was consumed entirely with the plight of Minazuma and the fate of those closest to me. So, I'm afraid I can't help you.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it can't be helped, I guess. Boy, both of you have experienced great tragedy.
With this last cup of tea, let us honor the Tea Master's memory. Thank you, Destiny, for giving us the chance to meet again.
Please, let's keep following the tree.
Very well. Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey! Are you sure you're alright?
Fear not. Fighting is what I do best. Shine down!
It is.
Illusion shattered! Shine down!
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion shattered! Transcend all constraints. There is no escape.
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just take a breather and get your strength back. We'll deal with the monster. Look, it's the same light again.
Where am I? Over here. Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you Mr. Your Excellency? The Shogun of Samurai will defend the Shogunate to the very end. Come on, man. They're coming back for more. Let's get them.
Don't! It's too dangerous.
Danger is our duty, man. If we were the kinds to shy away from danger, we never would have taken up arms to begin with. No need to worry, Almighty Shogun. When the situation looks bleak, we will draw on the power granted to us by the gods.
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent and unwillingness to grant their power to humans means they have high expectations for us. If the Almighty Shogun is in trouble, now of all times, the moment for us to honor.
So that's how samurai and the hero understood vision, huh?
Nobody knew where your excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we found you. You're right here with us. Just the sight of you appearing before us once more has reignited the hope in our hearts. This hope is the light that will guide us out from the darkness. Everyone, follow me! Huh? Affirmative. Watch your backs.
Don't worry. Get out the way. I'm finna fuck these motherfuckers up.
Holy! Charge!
Shut him down!
The story has only just begun!
Press the advantage! Come on, stop arguing! There's no escape! Illusion shattered!
Seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, there'll be more than a few more counts. Quickly, restore Her Excellency back to University and regroup with the General's forces as soon as possible.
We never would see the Almighty Shogun simply return. Their spirits will be lifted.
Well, what are you guys gonna do?
We will stay here, guarding against the monsters' advance. We cannot afford to let them get any further. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together, we can face any number of monsters that come our way.
Just leave it to us. Fighting is what we do best. But the Almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change the present state of affairs. Only Her Excellency can turn back the tide of despair and lead us onward into the future. No matter what kind of threat faces Kyoto, we will always place our faith in the Almighty Shogun.
Thank you all very much. I should not have left it this late to make this promise. But from this moment forth, know that I shall be true to my word.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never tempt your word as long as we live. With you leading us, we will take back everything that Kyoto has lost.
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
They're gone.
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, I overlooked their splendor. The grief blinded me to how brightly they shone in their final moments. The result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, I have dishonored their will. take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless, because they are but disembodied memory, but even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them, and to all the people who have placed their faith in me to date.
Well, Hyman thinks that even if it's a few hundred years later, you're doing right by them now. And that's what counts.
Thank you for your comforting words. But this is my basic duty as Inazuma's Archon, and I have neglected it for far too long. I used to think just like that samurai, that I was first and foremost a warrior, and my only duty was to face whatever challenge came my way. But what Inazuma needs more than a warrior is someone like Makoto. Even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to do the things that she would have done. Yes, they are. They are strong and resilient, and have much to be proud of. As the Rite and Shogun may revere, I should not be the one to hold them back.
Well, sounds to Hyman like you figured things out.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, new possibilities. This will take time, but eventually, the future will bring healing to the scars of the past. No matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. This is my promise. Now that we've dealt with the Rift House, this matter is halfway resolved. It does not appear that the threat will escalate for the time being. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up work, such as investigating the origins of this incident and tending to the system.
Alrighty then, let's move on. It looks cool on the outside, but Paimon bets her emotions must be all over the place right now. She seems to have changed a lot since we last met her. Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on, keep up. What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
My body. I can't move it. It looks like the situation. No need. She is calling me. The time has come. I need to go to the cave below the Grand Narcotic Shrine.
What's new?
A battleground.
Dang!
Mind the side effects. Yeah.
There is no escape. Too much time to turn.
Mind the side effects. Remember, health comes first.
Time pass. Illusion shattered. There is no escape. Illusion shattered. finally here. The entrance.
Whoa! Where did that Tory gate come from?
This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. It looks like...
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Mako? I'm dizzy. Where did we get sucked into this time? Whoa. This place. Look! Look over there! Hey!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! How do I know that voice? The puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you? But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Wait! The atmosphere in here just took a turn for the worse!
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
I think it's that everyone has their own battles and stuff, but not like this! He showed up the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day!
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideas. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easy this way. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
There any other way? Can't you talk it through or something? But they both just want the best for even the
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which is the best power of the whole man. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the right of the Shogun. It inherits A's pain, the pain of the inevitable loss that comes as she is born. So too does it inherit her determination to reach eternity. Every action undertaken is for the sake of consistent emotion, determination, courage, love, hatred. All of these will be degraded and destroyed by the incessant flow of time. Only rules shall remain constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to overcome. You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your path, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. I am she who promised a dream to her futures. Decided A. In the end, even the proud and mighty only lead in this kind of times. All the days when times of her blood, coming down. No escape. It appears your martial prowess is not done. But how long can your will remain strong? In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living being, including you and me.
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of illusion. The future I shall forge will be a grand undertaking, one that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter how many times we lost 500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the seized wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place. It is about time that I learned to trust them. I understand that. But if the dreams of which Makoto spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist is nothing to fear. I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my witness. During my absence, I place everything in Miko's hands.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave Hay and the Shogun to keep on duking it out in there forever? She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still. Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at times, and has a history of rushing into difficult situations. All she gets too incensed, and she forgets why she's there in the first place. It could happen, and then she might never leave again. Yeah, we should help her out, like we did last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better. Is there any way we can cut down how long she has to spend in there? Or, you know, help her with it? Whatever. Isn't there anything bad happen to A while she's in there? Oh, we also can't get in there anymore. Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, Grace. You don't feel good right now. Okay, maybe if we look for Granite. Oh, right. I nearly forgot about her. Who knows if she really understands these consciousness realm point thingies more than we do, but there's no one else we can turn to. Alright, up and up we go.
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. You're all tangled up in another situation to unravel for you. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep bringing them to smile after the first few times.
But you're right.
That was a figure of speech, do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase. A sheer audacity.
Oh, yeah. It's really big, Gavin. It's A. She.
Oh, okay, I see. So, Ace decided to call Inazuma on one of the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date. Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable. Presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her abilities. Yes, that sounds like Ale, right? You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fighting about it now? Rushed into it without thinking. Well, of course. She acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help. Who gave you that idea?
Is she playing dumb? She's doing it on purpose, for sure.
You're a learning little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Rite and Makoto's realm of consciousness than you do. All I know is that it's the foundation of the secret circle. And from what I've heard, it's an intensive threat from Ace claiming to climbing up.
Because Rite and Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there, so tell me. What is it? Anyway, you needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on, that's all. First things first, follow me to the entrance.
By the protection of the Electro Archon, may the blossoms of the Sophia bloom in eternity. Archon, please, save the distance.
Sure.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew of dawn, or a moth.
Stabilize.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, I'm Ace familiar, so I can sense her rough whereabouts. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm, I can still send you to where A is.
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is, but you can still send us there. What?
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Right now, she is surrounded by chaos. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away by a giant wave that sets you down in an unknown corner of space-time. This is precisely why when entering the plane of Euphoria, it's much safer to fix your consciousness in a physical object first.
What? Alright, well, I must be here then. You two can do it.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal? Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way. I say. Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination. Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to start. I'm placing my mind in your little hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Nico? Better than shooting!
That's enough chatter. Get to work. can this be? You returned. How were you able to get back in? And this is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today is as strong as it was back then. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return once more to this space. An inevitability of fate, perhaps. Then, let this be our final duel, the conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel? So you're finally willing to... Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took apart is long enough to witness the rise of all nations. Energy consumed, waking up to your eyes. This is the end. You have won. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit. But your will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future. And you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within me like a sheep. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me, to encourage me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unlimited power. This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belongs to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her. But I clasped Musobishi in my hands. I had the feeling that she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. Makoto barely wielded a blade in her life, and yet her blade brings me closer to her. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forward, this body will remain your assistant. I will design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a friend's weapon. Likewise, I should not regard you as a mere tool. You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call Good. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Mama's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Rite the previous Electro Arm, who failed in my duties and left you all to pay for pieces. Makoto, I'm so happy. You've gone so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left my main fragment of my will in this, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. Complicated way to meet you, but, well, you held such deeply entrenched feelings at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you get. But you never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Sensuality to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness. Did you know what was about to happen in Hungary? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any archon would afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what this will has experienced in my time. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times on the way. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a part of it for you. Something to soothe Innocent's pain. Here, take it, before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step. The miracle tree that blesses the people in this moment new to the world and yet to come. When planted, there it shall bloom. She brings into beings that her heart and dreams desire. Granted life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams, illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred sakura blooms from the darkness, finally bringing the touches of heaven and innocence. Now, my work is dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both heard is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Innocent's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. You know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your full armor once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred suffering will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace me. What do you think? Is it a trick? This time, it will really ease your mind. Bye.
So the aged present planted a sacred sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When we begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to turn into this post-time and early problems. And yet, that sense of sortiness was now completely disappeared.
I don't fully understand that. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything is that seed.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
I know what you mean. Perhaps a higher power really was behind this. But whatever the explanation, her solution has been safe as home. Without the sacred sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by the disaster that proved.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred sakura, but to me, it has always been there. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there is connection between the sacred sakura and Makoto's consciousness. But unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
No. But I understand why now. It was because the sacred sakura hadn't even been planted yet.
Didn't you think that tree was the life different than how it is now?
The sacred sakura is within my purview in the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Now we see who's pulling the string.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it was started. We had a running sport today over the ages to thank for how it appears today. And obviously I'm feeling my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But at that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it not? Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you? At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time that is likely to be the intersection of all that you were wishing for. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, But it took everyone's efforts combined to ultimately help A. So this time, it looks like thanks are due to you.
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up in the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, Tantric disaster would really but it turned out you had gone to rescue me. You came for my sake, to help me reach the best possible outcome. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me, and I will never forget it.
A, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the shaman's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course. But I've made my decision to move forward. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future could unfold, all the way back then. She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day. I just planted the seed.
Yeah. It was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you're never used to listen to a word I say.
Makoto said the exact same thing.
Great minds think alike, huh? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, we will give careful consideration to the future. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really? That's huge news.
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, there is no further need to keep the nation under lock and key. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma. I'm looking forward to it.
Each day is a new page in my story. I want to savor every scene.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them. Makoto's gaze was always fixed on the people of Inazuma. I always assumed it was because that was her duty. But now, I see that hers was a gaze full of delight and hope. It was not just a duty, but a joy, too. She loved humanity very dearly.
If the people of the past deserve the gods' attention, then so do the people of the future.
Indeed. No longer will I ignore their passions and dreams. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them. Abolishing the circle theory has a myriad of implications. It would be folly to say that it will be all positive, and there will be no negative repercussions. For example, I can foresee the outside world posing a threat to Inazuma's businesses. These are the issues that I must work to solve.
Hey, you're thinking about this all so conscientiously. I've only gone as far as wondering whether I'll be able to sell entrance tickets to the Grand Origami show in the future.
Honestly, dear girl, many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them. To put it bluntly, it was constant torture, with no end in sight. Faced with an endless battle, I had to focus at all times, and my concentration lapsed for but a moment. The Shogun's blade would have taken my arm. Safe to say, were it not for my previous experiences in combat, my skills would not have been up to the challenge. I would most certainly have been tired. And through it all, you also had your part to play. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
Young Lee is nothing of the sort. And some spurious claims about her while she is still pregnant. Someone has not been passed on. Trust me, you don't want to know the cost to betray. Just do the needful routines hourly secret.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Oh, I suddenly want some fried food.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
You know where we haven't been in a while? Inazuma! Might be nice to get a change of scenery. Come on, let's go!